Your faith in these scientists is greatly misplaced. Trust me, they're very dogmatic. They don't want to question reality because they work in a authoritarian structure. You go to work, there's higher ups, they have a power structure. They utilize the 48 laws of power without even knowing what they are because they're very powerful people. They will jump on anyone who talks back to the master or appears to be. If you challenge the power structure, you will be thrown out quite quickly. And this causes a lot of very smart people to behave incredibly foolishly. It's just an element of human nature. You should read Robert Greene's The Laws of Human Nature and the 48 Laws of Power and Mastery. And what are the other good ones that he has? Those are the ones that I've read. And Robert Greene will he will explain in detail exactly how toxic these people are. You think they're just perfect people, but in reality, they are glowing radioactive toxic, radioactive scale toxic. And it's because they work in an authoritarian power structure. And when you are in authoritarian structures, you become brainwashed. I run my own business, so I do not have people brainwashing me. In fact, I am very happy that I got kicked out of the ivory tower because I absolutely detest what the left is doing. They are trying to shut down free speech. Facebook recently, I forget how many groups they deleted on Facebook. It had like 200,000 members in there on Facebook. And then they booted I think it was some number of millions of accounts that were QAnon accounts. They shut them down. And it's these Facebook scumsuckers. They're the worst, man. All these people in Silicon Valley are corrupted. They're not good people anymore. Like back in the day, they used to be good people. And then they had multiple generations of corrupt people, and they took over, and it's a cesspool of rotten leftist scum down there in Silicon Valley, and they control the tech industry, and they shut down our free speech, and they cancel you, and they trigger mobs and riots on your streets, and then you have to pay for it, and your business then gets shut down while Mark Zuckerberg gets to rake in the billions and billions of dollars with Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk, and they're all working with the Chinese. Well, hold on. Zuckerberg's not working with the Chinese. Facebook can't sell in China, which kind of, I don't understand why it doesn't seem like he's more on the side of free speech. I don't know if he's faced with an impossible job with the European anti-hate speech laws, but I do feel like he is in part of a cabal of people who from Ivy League universities who are attempting to control our political system. They probably have been controlling our political system. I have been censored a number of times on Facebook. We covered that on the 2 episodes ago of Real Simple News with Coffee. I just got also 2. Oh, wait. I do actually have to put that out. Wait, we have another story here because I'm talking about it. In this next article from Facebook, from Cale McCullough's profile. Sorry. I was censored again on Facebook. This says your comment goes against our community standards on spam. And then I said, in response to a friend, well, hold on, Devin. Oh, I don't know that person. To somebody that was commenting on somebody else's post, it says, that is completely untrue. They were talking about Breonna Taylor. So that was completely untrue. You've fallen victim to a game of telephone between ivory tower liberal journalist scum. The Courier Journal is one of the primary sources cited on Breonna Taylor. They got the right house. Taylor had an arrest warrant, being suspected of handling drugs and money. Cops knocked on the door because they knew they had the suspect in custody. And if you click on the article, I can't select it and open it up, but if you want to go to that article, you'll see that Breonna Taylor was dating narcotics traffickers, and the cops knocked on the door because they knew they had the suspect in custody, and they clearly announced themselves, and Breonna Taylor's boyfriend shot through the door, and then the police shot them, and it's suspected that they thought they were being robbed by people who were pretending to be police, because that's the only thing that makes sense. And then they're rioting over this. Let's see. I have to get this done as soon as possible. What else do we have in here? It was most of the stuff that I had to cover. Here in this next article from the New York Post, Minneapolis lawyer wants cop client cleared, claims George Floyd overdose on fentanyl. The attorney for one of the four former Minneapolis police officers charged in the death of George Floyd is alleging that client Thomas Lane should be cleared because Floyd overdosed on fentanyl while resisting arrest. All four were fired from the Minneapolis Police Department after Floyd's death. Gray previously filed 2 body-worn camera videos that were evidence to dismiss the charges. He had 11 nanograms of fentanyl in his system for every milliliter. 0.75 nanograms per milliliter is a lethal dose. That's 14 lethal doses. This is why you're innocent until proven guilty. Because if you're not, we'll have race riots from Democrats. They will burn your city down, destroy your downtown area. They will cause the minorities to become permanent underclasses because they're ivory tower liberals. What else do you expect from people who will tell you anything to get you to like the post? Watch the ad, buy the product, and vote for them. In this next article from the Daily Mail, Trump backs GOP candidate after her viral video showing the reality for black people in Baltimore. Trump backed Maryland's 7th District GOP candidate Kim Klacik, 38, on Tuesday after her viral campaign video of Real Baltimore. Here is the video. Oops.
Do you care about Black lives? The people that run Baltimore don't. I can prove it. Walk with me. They don't want you to see this. I'm Kim Clinesmith. This is Baltimore, the real Baltimore. This is the reality for Black people every single day. Crumbling infrastructure, abandoned homes, poverty, and crime. Baltimore has been run by the Democrat Party for 53 years. What is the result of their decades of leadership? Baltimore is one of the top 5 most dangerous cities in America. The murder rate in Baltimore is 10 times the U.S. average. The Baltimore poverty rate is over 20%. Homicide, drug, and alcohol deaths are skyrocketing in our city. Do you believe Black Lives Matter? I do. The vast majority of crime in Baltimore is perpetrated against Black people, who make up 60% of the population. So why don't we care about our communities? The Democrat Party have betrayed the Black people of Baltimore. If the politicians walk the streets like I do, they would see exactly how their policies and corruption affects us. But they don't want to see it. They don't want you to see this. Go to any Baltimore neighborhood and ask this question. Do you want to defund the police?
No.
No.
Absolutely not.
I had 3 sons killed in Baltimore City. And I think if we defund the police office, it's going to be worse than that.